NACCA is a national organization made up of Aboriginal financial institutes.
Is a network of 50 plus AFIs that provide lending directly to the community. They're all independent Aboriginal financial institutions, and they're members of this organization.
The national office is situated in Ottawa, and it's accessible to all its members. We make every effort to make that entrepreneur successful.
Aboriginal financial institutions are like banks, except better. They do developmental lending, and what that is they lend to those who might not otherwise be able to get a loan from a mainstream bank. We'll work closer with the client, we'll spend more time with them, and even after they get the loan, we'll spend more time in what we call aftercare to ensure that they're being successful with their business. This whole spectrum of development lending is providing that level of support to those who are wanting to get business loans.
In essence, the AFIs are easier for the Aboriginal client because we're not going to say like a bank would, we're not going to say, no, we're not going to give you this money. What we're going to say is, how can we help you get this money from us? This is what you need to do.
If we think it's weak, we tell them you need to improve on this and you need to tweak this, sharpen your pencil on that, and then we'll bring it back to the table for another crack at it. And then after that, work with the clients to access the equity and build their business case. And then the client has the option of picking their financer. So if they have a relationship with a mainstream bank, by all means, go to your banking institution with your business plan. We'll give you the equity and you can leverage the business loan. Or else you could go to the AFI within your region.
The levels of support that our financial institutes provide includes helping the entrepreneur who's still not sure what business he's going to get into. He may need some business advice, and sometimes telling them that's not a good business is the right thing to do. If it looks like it's a viable project, then you've got to help them put all the pieces together so that it's going to be a successful project. Financing is really critical. The management team is really critical. How you're going to market that. Once he does get the loan, it's helping him with the aftercare to make sure he's paying his bills, including the one he has to us, and he's managing his staff right. He's selling his product. He's getting paid. All the things that businesses have to deal with. We provide that type of support for them.
The target audience that we're looking for is the Aboriginal youth, to mobilize the youth so that they dream big, and it will give the life skills and the opportunity to grow bigger and achieve more economic results.
It's a positive thing. Native people helping Native people and not really relying on government for government handouts. We're slowly taking charge of our own affairs.
So there are some really economic bright spots across Canada. We need more of them. And so having access again to NACCA, different financial institutions, to have access to capital so they can get into business, again, just makes good business sense, not only for First Nations people, for Canada's economic growth overall.
NACCA is well positioned with the AFI network to better support the entrepreneur, but also the community. I think there's a best kept secret here.
There is one in your area. These AFIs are generally set up geographically, so whoever's the one that's in that area that represents your region, I would just go and see them. Now, how you'd go about finding them, you could come to the NACCA website and you could call our office and we could direct you to the one that's in your region.
My message to Indigenous entrepreneurs, male or female, is quite simple. It's to never give up. In business, you find a need and fill it. And again, it's assessing where are Indigenous peoples at in the different sectors across Canada. You know, whether it's the manufacturing sector, the tourism sector, the oil and gas sector, the mining sector, the forestry sector. There's different sectors in the economy. You know, we always talk about self-determination, self-government as Indigenous peoples. Well, that dialogue is directly linked to economic self-sufficiency. We have to start looking at those things going hand in hand.